Alright, today we're ranking all the Strinova characters based on how strong they are and how good they are in the meta. And I'm only gonna do one of these videos every 2 or 3 seasons. And we're gonna do every character up to Leona, because I kind of know what Leona does, and I'm just gonna tell you how I think that she's gonna place in the meta. And our first character is Audrey, and Audrey's gonna go on A tier. Audrey is not really great on attackers, but on defenders, she thrives so much, and it's actually kind of annoying to go in against her. Her ultimate is fire, it like completely blocks off an area, and if you're in a corner, you're basically screwed. She has a shield that makes it so hard to kill her, and snipers even struggle killing her. She also has so much freaking ammo that even if you go paper mode to try to waste your ammo, it probably wouldn't even help. And overall, she's just really hard to kill. She's really great at holding sight, and especially wide sights, and she has like zero freaking spread when aiming for some reason on her turret form. She's like really perfect for defending, but on attacking specifically should be in D tier, but she's really high in A tier because she's really great at defending. Next we got IMO, and he's gonna go into B tier now. He got a huge nerf, and I think this was really deserved. They might have over nerfed him. Now that I'm really looking at it, I've been looking at it, I think IMO's really weak. His ultimate is fine now. I mean, it was never really super a problem. I just think he did too much damage, but I think they nerfed the damage a bit too much. I think if they give him one extra bullet and then maybe extra little body shot damage, he'd be a little bit okay, but they should still remove 2-tap body shots if they do buff him. His dash is fine. His dash is fine. It looks fine to me. I think a lot of people do prefer this dash more since you don't gotta knock someone. But the real reason why he's in B tier is because of how low of damage he does now, and it's super hard to kill people. And whenever I get a Bimo on my team, I don't know why I struggle to kill someone with like 10 HP, but that nerf really did a lot. He went from S tier to B tier in my opinion. Next we got Celestia. I honestly think Celestia is C tier. I don't know why people like Celestia. I find Fragrance to be a way better support and healer than Celestia, but I feel like she doesn't do enough healing for it to be super impactful unless you're Ming. Her gun is pretty alright to me in my opinion. I tried using it, I struggled with it. I mean, burst mode is horrible to be honest. I didn't like burst mode. I like a full auto. Her ultimate is like good for escaping. I rarely see it. I rarely see it used to heal people. I usually people just use it to flank and then get a good escape or something. Her blind is okay, and I never had it help me. I guess the overheal is like okay, but like a lot of people use it super early, and then when we really need it, they don't have it. I just think overall her kit is pretty overwhelming. I think she's pretty bad. I think she's in C tier. Aika is now in A tier. If I did this tier list before, I would have put her in B tier, but she also got a couple buffs, and they made her a lot stronger and more reliable of a shotgun. They also gave her fire rate, which I think is really good on her because I can actually see a difference, and the DPS from an extra bullets can sometimes be a DPS loss if depending how many shots you hit. And I feel like it's only 6 extra damage if you get increased bullets. I really don't think it's that worth it. So, and I think fire rate is a lot more reliable than increased bullets sometimes. Her gun is really awesome now. Her fire orb was always fine in my opinion. It's like really hard to work around with, but once you get that hit, it works super well. Her ultimate though is super over freaking power. Like, I feel like every game I play Aika, I always get like the ultimate value from her ultimate. It's super hard to get around Aika's ultimate. She has a really strong kit, and when you get it to work, it's really hard to work around with, and I think that's why she's an A tier. Flavia is S tier in my opinion. I think Flavia's buff on her A2 made her the strongest duelist in the game. Flavia now got a buff where she can instantly go in her butterfly with her second awakening, which is like kind of her whole point. Her A3 is still decent. I don't use it anymore because I hate the animation, and when I want to push someone, I kind of don't want the animation. Her ultimate is over freaking power still. You can defuse and be invisible and bait them. You basically can't die unless you get killed from the outside or someone throws a nade and nades you. But a lot of the times you kind of just expect that. Her butterfly form is still fine. By the time you have her A2, you will have the first awakening that heals you, and that is also super duper helpful. Her SMG, I wouldn't say is super strong because for some reason with that gun it's so hard to get headshots. I swear to god I'm aiming at their heads and the recoil wants to go downwards or something, but it's super easy to control and has probably one of the fastest kill times in the game, which makes up for it. I just think she's like the perfect character for like a duelist that can't die really. I just think she's really fine at A tier. Alright, S tier actually, oops, my bad. Fragrance is in, really I want to put her low A tier. Alright, Fragrance is in high B tier. I could put her A tier, but I feel like it's really specific on what kind of team you want with Fragrance. If you have like a Flavia, a Ming, a Fuchsia, or like at least 2 duelists in your team, Paired with Conomy, with her second awakening, holy crap, that really works so well. I find that to work a lot well, and it's pretty funny when the enemies can't even catch up or keep up with us. I feel like she's on A tier with those comps, but if you only have like one duelist and like a bunch of supports and like some controllers and stuff, she's pretty horrible because she doesn't really do much unless you get her third awakening, which can help. And the main reason why she's also B tier is because her ultimate is freaking useless. Her ultimate is just another Q ability. It's just lasts a lot. I guess less if you think about it, but the damage reduction isn't even really useful because you're out of paper mode and you probably will die regardless. I just think that she's just a fine support overall. I just find her a lot better than Celestia. Next we got Fuchsia. I think she is gonna be the highest A tier that is gonna be in this video. She's a really solid duelist and she has like the perfect gun, perfect kit, like everything fits her, but I just don't think it's like super as strong as Ming's. I think Ming is a way better duelist and Flavia is a way better duelist, which is why she's an A tier. She's still super really good, but I think Flavia and Ming outclass her in a lot of ways, so she's on high A tier, but she's gonna be the highest A tier for the rest of the video. Gala is also A tier. I'm gonna put her in little for Aika. She's kind of hard to kill sometimes. She has a scan which can help find enemies, just has invisibility if you want that instead. Only reason why she's not really higher is because her gun is really hard to use. I use an ADS the most of the times with Galatea, but when I don't need an ADS, it's kind of hard to get consistent shots. But overall, her kit is really strong. Nothing's really wrong with her. It's just her gun is really hard to use, and it's not super good either. But I think she's fine on A tier. All right, next up we got Conomy. I think Conomy is on high B tier. I think she's a really solid like sniper overall, but her kit beside her scan is pretty weak. Her ultimate is also really weak. I've never really been like killed because of it ever. I mean, it's like it slows you down, but I've never like, I don't know, it just doesn't really do anything. Her scan is really fine though. It really is hard to work around, and it got a buff where it can scan all around a circle if you're not like behind a box. I do find her sniper scan really annoying because it can get you through walls, and that's really good too for information. Only reason why she's not A or S is because her ultimate is really useless. Two, she has a sniper, which I will come back to when I go to Kakona. But snipers can be really good, and also they can be really bad. It is super player dependent. I just think her kit overall is on B tier. It's not super strong, and it has a good replacement like Lewine's. But it's still really decent. Next we got Kakona, and here it is. I think she's on S tier. Her ultimate is really strong. Reviving someone from the dead is like probably the strongest ability you can have in the game because you just get more abilities from that after. She has her drone heal, which can area heal too, which is also really strong. You don't have to really revive someone yourself. You can just tap and the drone will do it for you. She has a sniper, which the potential of damage is high and the one tap is high. So basically everything that Conomy does, her kit is a lot more reliable and stronger in general. Hers is obviously for more defending, hers is for more attacker, but her attacking thing is just kind of whack. Next we got Leona, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why people like Leona. Only reason why she's an A tier is because she has her scan, but her ultimate in general is not that useful at all. I rarely see anyone clutch with the ultimate. They did buff it so any enemies that run through her ultimate will be scanned for like 3 or 4 seconds, which is really good now, but the ultimate itself, what its like main purpose is for, I never see it really. It's not useful in my opinion. Her scan is really decent. It is kind of hard to get through because it's really small, and then once it like starts the little circle scan, you can't do anything about it. I do like the fact that she can scan you or reveal you if she hits a shot on you. If you're through a smoke, you're probably dead. Overall, she's just a decent scan. Nothing too strong or powerful to makes her stand out. All right, next we have Leona. Now, I've seen her kit. She has like Minecraft kit. I think she's gonna be an A tier. She has the little blocks. I forgot her ultimate. I think you can go inside one of the blocks and like can't take damage at all. I think that's gonna be really strong. I don't know what side she's on. If she's on attacker, that's gonna be really strong. She might be on both. No, she's POS. I know. I just remember she's POS. She might be really good at defusing the bomb. I'm not gonna lie. I think she's gonna be on maybe behind Fuchsia on A tier though. Next we got Matalena, and I think she's gonna be above Audrey. She has a really strong gun that can 2-tap enemies if they have light shields. Her ultimate is the strongest ultimate in the game. Without any doubt, you can't do anything but rotate. But at the same time, if you rotate, you're gonna have to go to the enemy sometimes, and it's really hard to work around with. Next we got Meredith, and I think there's a lot of A tier characters. I really don't want to stack it up, but at the same time, I really think Meredith is an S tier character. I don't know why, but I feel like when I have a Meredith, I won the game already. I feel like she's like she's better than Matalena at controlling. Maybe not at killing than Matalena, but she's way more better at controlling. I feel like once you have the smoke or ultimate, you basically won. And the one thing is though, I don't know why my teammates go outside the ultimate all the time. Like all 5 of them will go outside. Like stay inside, you'll be fine. I feel like it's like a really good win, and she's really hard to kill. It's sometimes something in the air is kind of like unpredictable sometimes. Her gun is decent, but I just think her controlling power is super strong. Her ultimate is strong. The floating is strong. I do think her A1 is really useful in some maps, so you can just work around it and get some. You can go into like new locations or push through certain areas. I do think she's an S tier. It's probably like the most controversial part about this video or something, but I think she's an S tier character. Next, you got Michelle, low B tier. Literally, like she's not bad or good. She's just Michelle's like an average character. She just has like lasers for the holding sight. Her ultimate is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, and her gun is decent. I feel like she's like, I guess, just average. Like she's not bad or good. She just does her role and fits in the game, I guess. I think she's just a low B tier, but she's not bad. She just does her role. Actually, you know what? I'll just put her on high B tier. But she's not bad. She's not bad at all. Next, we got Ming. I think she's on S tier with Flavia. Probably right behind. I think I'll say a little bit above Flavia. The only thing with Ming players is they think Ming is needed in every map. I don't think you need to have a Ming every freaking game or you lose. Like, you don't need to have a Conomy and Leona every match to win. Or you don't need a Rehtroh on Cosmite every time to win. She's really good, but like, you don't really need a character like... I mean, except for like, maybe like Leona. Leona is important, but I feel like with Conomy, I should be also able to work. Ming might be a little bit too overrated, but I think she is really good. Ming is really great, a duelist. Yeah, her ultimate is fine, her orb is fine, and her armor regeneration is really great. That's why she's an S tier. Her gun is also really good. She kind of just outclasses Fuchsia in a lot of more ways, just without HP. But I usually hold a heal nade with Ming instead. Flavia, I feel like Flavia and Ming, that's like the ultimate 1v1 is whoever gets to... I feel like whoever shoots first probably wins. Next, we got Nobunaga. I say high B tier. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't really know what's the point of his kit. I mean, he just has like, I mean, he makes it harder for them to hit him. He is kind of hard to kill. His gun, I don't even know what's wrong in the game. I'm not gonna lie, I've never played him. I just think he's just an alright character. I'm gonna put him right behind Fragrance. I don't really know what to say. His ultimate is pretty good, but I'll be honest, his voice plays first and then the ultimate comes out. And since I play like Aika, I just tap my ultimate and just hold it on my hands. They don't expect it. It kind of just gives me that advantage. But low B tier is pretty fine for Nobunaga. Next, we got Rehtroh, strongest character in the game. Hands freaking down. The 180s and the 167s are the stupidest mechanics in the game because how fast she shoots. He shoots as fast as Matalena, and he can kind of basically one-tap you because you're not always going to have more than 180 HP. Especially if you're like a duelist or a controller where you're taking damage trying to fight someone. And he just comes out of nowhere and starts spamming. Like, absolutely, he's not even aiming at your head. He's just spamming, and he can just hit your head and you already lose. And it's really hard to, like, dodge the bullets in paper mode because he does so much damage to your head in paper mode regardless. And he shoots so fast that you can't even time it. And then with that, he has his wall and his A3 or his other awakenings, and it makes it so hard to kill him in general. And then his freaking ultimate prevents you from shooting through the wall. Like, he's just super hard to kill overall. Like, if you go against him in a map, your priority is probably to kill him first. Waste his wall. I don't know what to do, bro. He's just really strong and it's super annoying to go against him. Yugi, I think, honestly, she's probably going to be in the lowest. I feel like lowest B tier. She is kind of like, I feel like she's like a really gimmicky character. Like, you can lose the shields, but like, you have to be there. And it's kind of hard to play with the team because the team is like, they just don't know how to play around it. Think of them like as Breach from Valorant, where you gotta use your stuns to help your teammates, and your teammate has to play along with it. And it's kind of hard to like just work around with that. Her ultimate is decent, but I find it really worse. Meredith, though, she's alright. You just gotta really like play like super sneaky with her, I guess. She is kind of hard to go around with them. Yvette, I was wrong about Yvette. I used to think Yvette was the worst character in the game, and I think Celestia is the worst character in the game. C tier. I think Yvette's kit, it works. But the thing is, I think it works too much. Like, if I see a Matalena paint main, I wouldn't mind going through it. But if Yvette's ice goes to a main, it covers so much of it that it's not even worth pushing. And I feel like having the enemies rotate and then go back makes it a disadvantage because you're using your kit and all that, and then you don't know where they're gonna go. And I feel like that's more of a disadvantage. Her gun is really good. It's kind of hard to aim her, I guess. I find her bear to be a pretty decent tank. Sometimes it does you in the air and she gets that free kill, but I've never really I've seen it happen, but it's never happened to me because I usually just kill the bear at the start because either I want to charge Aika's flame or I just hate dealing with it. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like a good Yvette player is good, but I feel like if they play any other character, they're better. So I think Yvette's fun to see tier. That's probably another controversial part about this tier. Alright, I'm into here, but I do think the only characters that need a buff is maybe Fragrance and maybe Michelle. I don't know. I feel like Michelle's just like a really... He's not even good or bad. He's just a character that works. Maybe not. But I do think Fragrance needs a buff on her ultimate because it's extremely useless. And I use that character a lot, so, you know, I'm kind of biased. But this is the official Strinova Season 2 tier, I think. Next tier list, I guess, is going to be on abilities. Maybe they're tactical, not tactical. I forgot what they're called, but their Qs, their ultimate, or their passives. I want to do one of those. Those things pretty fun to do. But yeah, I'm into here. If you guys want more Strinova content, you know what to do. Subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below any other type of Strinova content I should make, and I might try it out. But yeah, bye guys.